I had a Scrapman turn up in the yard last week. I was doing some stuff down this end of the yard when suddenly I heard the gate. I came round this corner and what did I see? Some chap in my lockup. Cheek of it. He didn't just pop his head in to see if anybody was here. He was actually inside there. And then he started banging on about scrap metal. Could he have some scrap metal? And I said, no, I haven't got it. He said, what about that there? I said, I need it. What about this there? I said, it's not mine. You get the idea, don't you? The trouble is, he was already on the premises. He already had his pickup inside. As much as I kept telling him no, he wouldn't jet off. So I said to him, I've got a couple of seats on the back. Do you want to take those? And he said, yep, I'll take them. But rather than just taking the seats and buggering off like I wanted him to do, no, he kept rooting around. What about this? What about this? No, 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 this, 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 no. Actually, I just let him take a few bits of things, a couple of old wheels, and then he had tyres on them, so I can't do anything with them. And then I said, right, here are the seats, take the seats. And he said, oh no, I can't take those. Scrap metal, not something I want to be involved in, but here I have a box full of alternators and then another 3 in there. There's a fair bit of weight to that. How much is it worth? Money, yeah. That was 95 kilos of alternators at 40 pence per kilo, £38 minus 80 pence admin fee. Pop down to Milkston Road, somewhere I've not been for quite a while, to be honest. I'm properly ready for some good, hearty, spicy tucker. Spicy tucker, you little fucker, you stupid fucker, you're eating it. Spicy tucker, you stupid. Been having a chat with Boaty today, and I suggested we did a little comparison video. This against Dicker Dum Dum. And of course he's very, very much into the idea of, well, if this has got absolutely no chance performance wise. Very, very busy down here today. Will I find somewhere to park? I had to give up on that. Seriously. Let's see the arrow there. I am determined. I'm having something to eat, even though I have to walk a bit. Didn't even go. Already reasonably late in the day, George turned up to mess about with his Rover SD1. Neil turned up, not the usual Neil, the one that you know from Birmingham that comes up and fixes things. No, this is a different Neil that doesn't turn up claiming to fix things. But we ended up talking about Fred the Shed and had the bonnet open, and he just pointed at something and said, hey, do you reckon it could have something to do with this? That something to do with was the purge tank, the evaporator tank. 2 pipes in, 1 pipe in, 1 pipe out, and a plug. It also appears to have been very, very low on diesel indeed, even though it was running, and I put some diesel in and then I put some more in, but it wasn't squirting out with quite the effectiveness that I was expecting, or you would expect. With a little bit of determination, priming it, pumping it, squeezing off the injector pipes, the fluid started to run. Diesel and not just air with a bit of diesel mixed in it. That's what it was. It had run so low and had a whole load of air locks within the fuel system. So once those air locks were gone, it started. Fred the Shed! Fred the Shed! Fred the Shed! I haven't spoken too soon. Would you believe it, eh? Would you? Would you? Well, it's happened. Limping Freddy.
That's the only thing with automatic.
Say Fred the Shed! Fred lives!
The shed.
Fuck you, Boaty! had one thing I knew I had to do today. The rest of it was all not sure what's happening next. One thing I wouldn't have imagined is it turning out like this, which is rather good. 12 o'clock, I did have a bit of a debriefing session with Boaty on the telephone about the meetup that we had with James Martin, about all the things that are happening, about the future of the Mustard and Boaty Do Lunch with celebrity type people, and about Fred the Shed and James the Freelander. When we first got Fred, Boaty was all over it. Before he'd seen it, he was happy with it. Then when he saw it, he said he didn't like it. But he didn't really mean it, because actually what it really meant was he wanted something else. So it's the wrong colour for him, isn't it? Probably because of the colour, he was quite happy when it just didn't really want to work one day. And then this Freelander come along, and he's singing its praises, and he hasn't seen that one either yet. And you can bet, when he does see it, the only thing that will be making him like that car will be the colour. And now that Fred the Shed has been resurrected, we have the choice. Or to be precise, I have the choice. Thank you for blinding me coming the other way. Who's going to be doing the jobs on these cars when it isn't me? Somebody else. But when it isn't somebody else and there are jobs to be done, it will be me. And I can make sure that Fred gets the attention it deserves. Yes, I can. Although, of course, James isn't going to languish in the yard for long. It will be getting sorted out. But as the company car, Fred's the one for me. I think it does the job better than what James does. You see, the trouble is, a Land Rover that gets stuck in the mud is embarrassing. A car that gets stuck in the mud, not so embarrassing. A Land Rover that can't simply put a caravan in its place, embarrassing. A car, not so embarrassing. It's not just that though, is it? I like Fred because it's a shed. Yeah, it's a shed and I can gradually make it better. Keyboard, battery tester, box of keys, kettle. Tom!
E-turbo.
E-turbot.
E-turbot.
Today's video went kind of wrong because plans went wrong, and that's why this video is attached to the previous video from the day before, which incidentally I did actually give you some false information. When I say false information, what I mean is information that I got wrong. I said it was the evaporator tank that went wrong on Fred. Turns out it was the fuel filter. The fuel filter, which makes more sense really, doesn't it? Tom's learned how to get what? It's not got much. Why don't you fill the bottle up?
You are?
Why don't you fill the bottle up whilst
Because then if you pour it, it could have gone over the kettle and you'd have shouted at me more.
You could just control the flow with your arms.
Easier said than done, isn't it?
Shouldn't be. It should be easy. So yes, again, it's another Tommy Turbo project. 500 brake horsepower, Rover 25 X.
Whose hair do you think has got bigger? Mine or Paul's?
Hair?
Yeah,
Whose hair's got bigger?
Yeah,
Or did you say her?
He looks like a bit of a Keanu Reeves Jesus hybrid now.
Keanu Reeves and Jesus hybrid. Honk, 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 honk. Anyway, so there's a slightly impromptu session on the car again today.
Yeah, we just want to get it up to here so we can drop the engine in a couple of weeks.
What about the fuel tank?
Yeah, we want to get the fuel tank in.
What,
I've got
today?
the bolts for it.
You want to do that today?
It depends how long you're here for, good sir.
I'm not going to be here all day.
He never is.
I am.
I'm only joking.
Volkswagen Golf. That's going to move. And so is Boaty's Brian Johnson of Oxo.
Get it sold, Morty, come on.
No, you don't want to sell it.
He won't sell it.
No, he won't sell it.
Why?
Because it's weird. What we're going to do then is move Brian and bring the project car up here. That means towing. And we have Fred the Shed back in operation, in service. Although the only thing is, it's a temporary fix at the moment. It needs doing properly. Fred has been saved but he hasn't had his operation yet, so I can't really put him to work today. But there is James. Tommy tinkering turbo, messing about with the car. If he's not careful, he'll trip backwards and fall down the embankment.
That'd be a treat, wouldn't it?
That would what?
Be a treat.
For me it would, and for my viewers. Not really for you though.
No, not for me.
I reckon you'd hurt yourself.
Yeah, probably.
Now, with having a space freed up down there, that means I can put a car there. This one, that might as well go down there. I can pull it back, roll it all the way up and push it really quick so it hits that plastic bin with the wings in. Because you see the skip is going to be emptied soon and this car will be in the way, so I should do something about it. Move this car. There's the key, the car's outside, battery fully charged, but it won't move again. It's the problem with this fob, and the ongoing problem with everything around the yard really, again, is just that you try and do something and something just crops up and says, hang on a minute, I'm going to get in your way and make it difficult for you. So it's not even as simple as just moving it now. I've got to try and mess about with this again. Can't get it to work. That scuppered the plans quite a bit because I don't really want to just roll it around the back because it'll be in the way. I don't want to just put it somewhere where then I've got, every time I move it, I've got to yank it out of the way. Need to move, Auntie Sophie. So, for sale. Money. If you're looking out for a Land Rover diesel for sale, this one is. Come and buy it. Oh! Hooked up and ready to be shifted. Yeah, was you expecting that? Biohazard machine proving its worth there. Hiya! I don't think there's enough snow foam in that, you know. What am I looking at?
Is it ignition 2?
Ignition 2. Yep.
Right. Yeah, you ready?
Yep.
Anything?
Nope.
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 Anything?
Nope. 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 Nope.
No.
Anyway, as far as today's concerned, I didn't really have much of a plan, but I was going to do something with Fred. And then of course Tom turned up, which he said he might do, and was going to do some work on there. But then of course Boaty's car wouldn't move, which meant that we couldn't bring the thing up to the top to actually do the job together there. Given the limited amount of time that I happen to have on a Saturday, I thought, well, I'm just actually going to do something by myself. So I did, I just watched the car. I mean, gosh, Nigel really did deserve it. After the journey that he had the other day, 566 miles without a wash. I mean, that's really, it's never happened before. Anyway, leaving Tom to do what he had to do, and he got a bit, well, actually, things didn't go to plan for Tom either, so the original plan that he would have had wouldn't have happened regardless because of something else that cropped up amongst his doings down there. Perhaps I should rephrase that. Neil, who came round yesterday, I don't mean his doings down there, I mean his doings down there at the other end of the yard. Neil, who came round yesterday, Neil, not Fix-It Neil from Birmingham, but actually Fix-It Neil from Preston or somewhere like that, he wrote a song for Fred. He did. He genuinely wrote a song, and he said I should sing it along with the theme tune of Fred the Shed, and I think he should do it. He's done a good job, and I'm sure he can sing. So could we all encourage Neil to sing his own song, and I'll record it. Right, that is definitely bye-bye now, until the next one. Anyway, that's basically the end of this video. So thank you very much for watching it. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing it. And the massive, huge, biggest thank yous go to those channel members for being channel members, and anyone else who did super chats and stuff like that this week. Thank you very, very much. Every single one of you. Bye bye for now.
There now, look at that. Bubbling like a bugger, is that? Yeah. Oh, look at that.